Good morning and welcome to chapel. We are so glad that you are here joining us in person and those who are joining us online today. Know that you are welcome here, whoever you know yourself to be, whoever you are becoming. You're invited to join us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday during chapel break. Mondays for fika, which is a fancy word, Swedish word for coffee break, and Wednesdays and Fridays here in the CFL main hall for chapel services. We have somehow only 3 Mondays left in the semester, which is kind of blowing my mind. It turns out that all 3 of our remaining Monday fikas have special events attached to them. So this is your kind of roadmap. This Monday, upcoming Monday, fika is in its normal place on the CFL steps. Join us for coffee, tea, and treats. And we will also be packing up personal care kits that will be distributed globally through Lutheran World Relief. So many thanks for all who donated items for those kits. The following Monday, April 29th, fika is going to go on the move, and it's going to relocate to the side of the CFL outside opposite Valders, and we will join for regular fika, and in the midst of it, take a little break to come in and do a long overdue dedication of the Multi-Faith Meditation Room. And then on May 6th, fika is again on the move, this time to the bike racks in front of the library, and we will be doing a blessing of the bicycles during fika on May 6th, for which you are welcome to bring your bicycle, or you are welcome to bring it in your mind. I very much believe that I can bless bikes and that blessing will travel to wherever your bike is. So bring a bike or not on the 6th, but that will be our last fika of the year in front of the library. Watch for signs and info to remind you of that. This week, we are just thrilled to welcome to campus a very special guest, and he's actually here in chapel with us today, Father Michael Lapsley, who is an anti-apartheid activist, an Anglican priest, an organizer, writer, speaker. He is here collaborating with the religion department and through SICE. I mentioned to him this morning that he has an incredibly full schedule while he is on campus. He will be visiting a number of classes, so maybe he will be visiting one of your classes. This afternoon, he will be part of a brown bag lunch conversation at 12:30 in Mott Borlaug. All are invited to come and think about the morality of forgiveness. Tomorrow afternoon, there is a meet and greet in the Nobel Room from 4:30 to 5:30. Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. in the CFL Recital Hall, he will be giving a lecture entitled Healing the Wounds of History. Many wonderful opportunities. You are encouraged to attend any and all of these events. The information, all of it can be found on the events calendar and the Luther website, or you can dig back in your email for your student bulletin or your Tuesday this week. Focusing back on the present moment, for chapel today, you'll need a purple hymnal for our opening song, or I know the choir has song sheets. If you don't have one, you can grab one from the rack here on the stage. Our chapel speaker today is Senior Gabrielle Janssen, and she mentioned to me that this is not her usual chapel vantage point, because usually she is watching chapel from up in the control booth, because she is one of our chapel live streaming team members, and so she's usually watching it from up there, but today we get her down on the stage, and we are so grateful for you and your presence and your words today. Also, gratitude for Cathedral Choir, who will be singing later in chapel today as they prepare to head out on their spring tour this Friday. So thank you also for sharing your gifts. I invite you now, as you are comfortable and able, to stand as we get grounded and centered for worship. Encourage you to feel the ground beneath your feet as it's supporting you, to settle into your body and into this space and into yourself, and to spend a moment in quiet, breathing deeply, and finding your center. God of gods, when everything around us seems complicated, confusing, or unclear, you come to us with simple requests that we do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly, that we show love for you, for others, and for our world. Let us worship you by the witness of our lives, seeking the wholeness of the earth and all that dwell therein. Amen. Our gathering song is number 1067, For the Wholeness of the Earth, number 1067.
When was the last time you felt wonder? Maybe it was on an adventurous hike when you stared out into an open vista and were struck with awe at its open expansiveness. Maybe it was in your physics class when you learned that everything was made out of waves, a concept that just completely altered the way that you see the world. Maybe it was the last time you looked up at the night sky, seeing myriads of starlight poke through the inky heavens, filling you with this incredible sense of glorious smallness. Or maybe wonder is difficult. Maybe it feels wrong or impossible to experience awe in a world full of contempt and violence. I get it. It often does feel that way, and maybe at times it's supposed to. And I want to recognize that and hold space for that. Now, the word wonder is deeply connected to a sense of awe and curiosity directed towards some mysterious other. It's that mere glimpse of transcendent and immanent harmony when reality is greater than yourself, but also part of yourself. Illuminating moments of wonder can be inspiringly profound, but I'd like to suggest that they can also be so sweetly ordinary and mundane. You see, wonder is a muscle that can be trained, adapted, and strengthened when it undergoes a process of committed exercise. Right now, I'd like to invite you all to close your eyes for a moment, if that feels comfortable and helpful to you, as I walk us through a brief exercise of wonder. Think about this morning, those few seconds or maybe minutes just before you opened your eyes. It probably looked a lot like this. Dark, imageless. Your body, weighted by sleep, was greeted by your emerging waking state of consciousness. Isn't it beautiful how in that brief moment, like the sleeping world around you, you got to experience rest and then experience the awareness that you are alive? You are wonder. Now, as we transition into your morning routine, imagine the thread of life that follows through the algae within the toothpaste that you used this morning. Think of the people who invented that toothpaste, designing its color, flavor, texture. Think of the monstrous machines that put it in tubes. And think of all of the people that transported it from there to you. Everything we do is connected to another. Consider your walk to get to this very moment. You pass by millions of blades of grass, each one designed so uniquely, containing its own veins, cells, and personality. Each blade's roots are buried in the soil that holds more than half of all of Earth's species. The soil we walk on each day, it's alive. We are intricate. Now, as you open your eyes, I would like you to notice your hands. They are covered in lines, many of which came with you as you were born, waiting with patient eagerness for the stories that you would fill within them. As you've grown older, new lines form like never-ending storybook pages, all to document your unique life experiences. These lines, like the webs of tree branches that fill your eyesight as you rest on the earth looking up, extend to your past and reach out to your future. You are the perfect intersection of the vastness of time, for you are the present moment. I invite you to look around this room. See the people around you. Within each of them is a universe of thoughts, experiences, emotions, wisdom. Their hearts are beating. Their lungs are breathing. Notice the way this room feels, the intersubjectivity occurring just by existing in this room together. We are community, and we are overflowing with and surrounded by the potential for wonder. Ecological and cultural sustainability begins with wonder and imagination directed towards nature. Imagination is our most powerful tool. For what we imagine, we can become. Think about it. If we all imagined and spoke for justice, peace on earth would not be so elusive. If we all imagined a world in which gratitude was the first priority, where the earth is thanked for all that it does, we could sustain and even regenerate life. If we wondered what made a person, all human, plant, rock, and animal persons, who they are, maybe we would see the need to ask permission to use what they have to share, and then respectfully listen to and abide by their answer. If we all let wonder consume us, helping us see that we are interconnected, we would realize that our well-being depends on the well-being of each other. Central to wonder is the cultivation of gratitude and reciprocity. This forces us to shift our collective question that asks, what can we take? For there is no wonder there. Instead, there's profound disconnect from self and earth, and we fail to recognize our interdependence. Thus, we must engage in humility and ask, what can we give to Mother Earth? In her book, Braiding Sweetgrass, Potawatomi botanist Robin Wall Kimmerer states that one of our responsibilities as human people is to find ways to enter into reciprocity with the more than human world. We can do it through gratitude, through ceremony, through land stewardship, science, art, and in everyday acts of practical, reverence. We need acts of restoration for our relationship to the world. We need to restore honor to the way that we live so that when we walk through the world, we don't have to avert our eyes in shame. So that we can hold our heads up high and receive respectful acknowledgement from the rest of Earth's beings. With wonder, we are filled with an overwhelming gratitude that informs us of the abundance that surrounds us. We are humbled by the fact that we are an important part of the interconnected web of life, but we are not the important part. With wonder, our worlds are rocked when we realize how big we are compared to a tiny electron and how tiny we are to the ever-expanding universe. With wonder, we imagine a future where all are active agents in the healing of society and the healing of Earth, where we collectively build the capacity to take action and cultivate peace. So I encourage you, slow down, go outside, start looking up, start looking down, start noticing the world around you, and let curiosity saturate your very being. We don't need grand experiences to have a sense of wonder towards nature. It's accessible right here, right now in the inventions, the imaginations, the people, and the earth that surround us. So go and find details in your life that remind you of your interconnectedness and interdependence, and details that fill you with such a gratitude that all you can do is give back. And then go and do just that. Amen.
And now may you, like Saul, be stopped in your tracks by the presence of God today in a way that transforms your lives. Go now in peace. Live with wonder. Thanks be to God.